Hello and good evening. My name is John. We're playing Citizen Sleeper as part of my Steam cleaning series. I'll go through every game in my Steam library eventually, then arbitrarily rate and or review the wheel of playtime. I don't quite know what the game is, but the game's at random. This was released in May of 2022 by Jump Over the Age and Fellow Traveler. Citizen Sleep 2 was announced. New game. Yeah, so I just jump into games and I play them. This was in a bundle or something. Oh, choose character class. Operator. An operator works with drones, high precision. I have 0 engineering, but I have +1 interface, -1 to endure. Extractors endure into it. I don't know what any of this means. Work on resource adjustment. Oh, okay. A machinist. She repairs modified element systems. Yeah, we'll take machinist. A lot of choices to make that I don't quite understand. I've heard a lot of good stuff about this game abstractly, but I've not myself played it. Bit of a load time. The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceivable, but always present. It's at worst when it's waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Think of that body, forget that body. Then think of that body. A leap into the cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach until you can't tell one from the other. Oh, unknown, where are you? The cold slips in behind and around you. Sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dull nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold hard at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, as a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Remember the plan. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but then your options were limited, and once you got the itch to get out, by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into the cargo processing, seal yourself into containers, then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft, others never found the meeting point, only a few made it to the containers, but the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock, even if, in the airless hold of a freighter, you might free solid long before you reach any destination. Try to rest. But you are restless. It's been a long time since you left, surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of the damage to your legs and your right arm. You've been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body has still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of the possibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge the false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into the dream where you were once a person. Rest. Time passes, the cold creeps in further. You feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound too. Everywhere. Screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light. White as the cold, softer and softer until a haze of dirty yellow figure appears. You are out. Hey, we're out. We're on a space station. Do I have like... Oh, it's a circular one. We have one place to go. Dragos! One person to meet. Dragos. Chromatic and private salvager. Oh, I like a little bot. Been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of a scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of the mylar blanket. You are slowly coming to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornate curving elements of the improvised heater. You are surrounded by an angular, incoherent lump of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along the edge of the plasma arc slice them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, sleeper, y'all through all yet? Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better preservation in sub-zero vac. Seems more than a few of your frozen solid to hull plates are inside the outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in a makeshift tech. His headset With its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator on its shoulder, one of the symbolic linked drones perches. Its irising eyes locked you with an unflinching stare. Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in a memory for a moment, or perhaps he was just figuring out what to do with you. I plan to survive. You aren't sure if he hears you. I won't ask what led you to do it. To sell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body that's there now, and you are just software. A rogue emulation legally... Oh, the background is moving a little bit. Illegally possessing corporate property. You're not alone. Remember the biometrically signing... You might remember biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor and your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells. The promise of a life-off world, but as you do, you get now the familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. Oh, we've played Soma. But what you know is what you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. That is no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. S and ARP wants to protect their property, but they can't keep hold of you. Well, no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, built-in independence on the regular administrative supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? But for now, sleeper, you're the one lucky one. Stragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the eye. The eye is the best place to be right now. The eye? The station, you'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. Trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells inside you, emotion, fatigue. You're shakily to your feet. Nod. Alright, you head up there. You look like you need some rest. Alright, you head up there. You look like you need some rest. And with that, Dragos talks back to the Rex. His drones already converging on a rusting hull. Plasma flashes silhouette his spindly fingers as he turns to work. Tutorial! Welcome to Elrond's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas, and station perform actions. Then each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to empty container location and end your cycle now. Alright, end cycle. We're tired. You must go to sleep. You've had a busy day. You wake curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all that time, you still find this body, the one you awaken now, strange and disjointed. Its messages readable but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on a ruined station millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Do you have any others? Did I make it impossible to know? After all this, what matters? Building a life. Maybe you didn't get lucky finding yourself here. Maybe they're here on the edge of everything. There's a life for you to build, but before you can build anything, you need to learn to survive. Maybe if you could do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos left you comfort in a mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded satchels of some desiccated powder. You thumb through the power stud on the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the satchel smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images of your restless sleep comes back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns burning into your mind. There is something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and as long as after you finish drinking before they begin to fade, you tidy away the stove as best you can, and you try to gather enough energy to greet the day. I have a 1. Oh! Condition, action, ice, and energy. Flickering. I have a 3, a 1, and a 5. 2. Okay. Condition. Current state of energy. If it leaves a 1/7 every cycle, weakening damage by violence is your lack of food. If your condition bar is empty, you will recover a breakdown. You have to figure out how to recover your condition knowledge. Okay. Action dice. Action dice. The number of dice condition based on your condition. The worse your condition, the few dice you have. Once you've used your dice, you cannot make any purchase. Further actions. Energy. You also need energy bar. This is represented by your energy bar. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you'll be starving. When starving, energy loss condition. Okay. Dragos sat in the corner when you come up the container. He is still wearing his headset, and the harsh light of the cord you realize it's implanted. A drone sits on your shoulder. Its cash sensor eyes are listening. How are you feeling? Okay. The drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe, he pauses. So I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Sure. Alright then, he nods. At the yards, it's simple stuff. We hack these old hulls down, sell them off to the shipyard or bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally pull out some tech, something a bit more valuable. Most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'd be used to manual labor. Obviously, I'll slip a few chits of commission based on what you turned up. Got it. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you're best suited moving on as quick as you can, and sleepers well. He trails off. But things being the way they are for me, they are. He pauses. I need help. Happy to. Okay, he pauses, looking at something else. Say, look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractingly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's gonna be time to work. Low end gate. Pay the toll. We don't have 60 cryo. We should just go back to sleep. Drago's yard. Oh! Action is the primary way to interact with the world of citizen from action dragon dice. Okay, so kind of like a board game or worker placement. 100% positive, 50-50 positive neutral, 25-50, 25 positive neutral negative, 50 chance neutral. Okay, so it's not like you always got you got a lot of good dice. Action words would clock progress, energy, condition, or items depending on the outcome. The 3 different outcomes. Yeah. Action dice. Okay. Critical, repeatable, safe, risky, dangerous. Okay. Skill. Okay. And modifier. Got it. Oh, wow. Hull dissection. Back in. Okay, so I get a +1 there, so put that there. I'm only gonna do 1. Oh, I gotta resolve 1 at a time. Actions produce clocks display on the bottom. Clocks such as one trying to debt are clock cycles. Okay. Drives, now we have students individual drives. Okay, find a doctor. Drives guide you in pursuing specific goals. Okay, alright. You're now free to explore the eye. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Looking for quick energy up. Build clocks. Okay. That was a... Is that a failure? Find a doctor. Well, I have some cryo now. Shipyard. Oh. Old dock terminal. Market. Merchants. Steel docklands. Not good at that. Explore the tundra. Oh. Oh, that's just moving. And then bright market. Ask for directions. Why is it risky to explore? I mean, I want to spend my dice. Okay, I got local knowledge. gonna starve the... Oh, there's our doctor. Next, calls the enforcer from the door. Show up down the flicking hallway towards the open apartment. You keep your head down, your shoulders high in the queue, try not to bring attention to yourself. You're thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating on this place, but now you're here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block, they're all made of long queues, a test of your nerve, but but your options are few. Without supply of stabilizer, your body will. You suppress the shiver and shuffle towards the front door. You find yourself something to right. Look inside. You lean against the doorframe and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by green indicators of stacks of steel containers. You lean in and see the amber light flickering through the doorway, screaming like plastic sheeting. Beyond the blurred shade, there's a slap. The enforcer pummels the doorway and jerks away. Away. Wait your turn, he growls. After a few moments, the figure pushes through the doorway. You catch a glimpse of the force. Send the next one, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway, pushing through the plastic sheeting of the bar door. The room is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view with bright market sealed roof and buzzing traffic above. For a moment, you are transfixed by the motion. Dr. Butmer, Sabine. Come, sit, calls the voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turn away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame with a simple folding bed. You make way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, you see expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as to speak, then blink and regain the composure. Please sit. The gesture to the bed, and then open a case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner somewhere with their hands. They hold it to their... Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, you still dazed from expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakable etched across your face. How long have you been in the station? They ask. The scanner still on their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. Take your arm, unroll your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying, they say, without emotion, without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. S&R doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. It prevents the bodies like your frames, as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping. They built in a process called plant obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one of S&R's remaining sole producer. Remains. They look up. Sounds familiar? Yes. Good. That may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Sabine says, and you're unsure if they mean for the cold touch, with metal, or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers, as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm. And S&ARP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up at you and apologizes, but then stops. I know little of this is of use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and the silence gives way to tension. You stare at the back while willing to say anything. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help, they sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice, the gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside. You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yataga. They are influenced on the low end. They give me the space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At some time, I have to pick up third forces, tend to me in the plant, slope their wounds. They look away. But Yataga has connections. Smugglers from the Star Wars Belt, mercenaries working for the Corporation of Ember. If they can source a stabilizer, maybe you have a better chance. Sabine sits down. Their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive. But I think we can do it. Thank you. Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled in the shadow passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I will leave. You nod, leaves me staring at them moving. You reach the lower level of the market. You look back through the panel of the roof to see if they can see their face, but the room looks dark against the light of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. I don't know. Sourcing stabilizer. So we have some clocks running. I wonder if I level up. It's 2 upgrade points. 3. What? Oh, okay. So I have to buy. I'm none right now. Can I find food? Oh, the market. I can't. Not gonna steal. All right. I'm gonna lose food. This time you don't wake. Instead, the ghost of a station in the shifting skeletal ring surrounds you. For a moment you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched across the colorless void. The connections begin to establish themselves, thread tugging the edge of your mind. The threads become vectors of exchange and then extensions. You feel the slipping away down them, dissolving the millions of stressed nodes that connect to you. You see the station now. You feel the station like a web of texture and a smooth. Observe it. Even though you have no eyes, no sight, you feel the map of the station. No, not the map of the station, but the map of its connections. It is a loop cloud with spokes and spires that jut out into space. It is an ingrown thing full of obsolete loops and severed pathways. It is a system, a map, a territory all at once. You notice a tugging feeling pulling your small child somehow is pulling you in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back trembling down from the body, but both yours and not yours all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes open now in the dark still walls. You feel a change with you, a shift. Close your eyes for a second and feel it waiting there. The station is played across your mind, a storm of connecting nodes waiting to be explored, and then it is gone. Look, I know I'm starving. I'm trying. Alright, we need to explore the market. Food! I got a food vendor. We watch. Free sample. Nod. We get a free sample. Tell them a story. Okay. Oh man, all that extra food. Love it. %100 positive. Random scrap item. Alright. We gotta wait. Alright, we'll do one more. I know I'm rushing through it. I think this is really well put together. I just want to like trigger one thing for that guy. Alright, we're learning more. What it means to be the cloud. I just want to do this. Oh no. So what is... Oh, it's gone. But no, we have a... Okay, we have a talk with Dragos. You're arriving above the activity yard. Red lights blinking flash color to safe pendulum. They flicker. Structure. The cutter is huge and torn from ancient cloud system. She's a beaut. Okay, so this progresses the plot. Okay, so you can dig in and really go. Thank you. This place has lost legs until you turned up. Now look at this. The ship's sensible interior visible with multiple breaches. You struggled. Dragos, for his monstrous craft, you can't help think what comes through. What happened? What do you mean? Managed to convince the salvager friends to give it to me on credit. Well, that's what happened. What happened to the ship? Not my concern. Okay. I think it's pretty cool. If I was in a mood to do up some visual novel with a little bit of dice placement, I think it would be really worth a shot. All right, so we now have our ship here. Clear the data and return a favor with your first friend on the eye. Upgrades. Oh. Scrap components at home. Okay, so this would... Can't buy that. Thrill Seeker. Oh, I have to... Oh, okay, so -1, 0, +1, 2. Okay, I'm with you now. So I get rid of that penalty if I wanted to. Oh, I like that. So now we have this special ability here. Okay. So if I went here, I can now look at... no, this is timing. Where... Right, so if I was to do this... Oh, okay. Predictive, yard clearance and winter light. And then here... Energy, yard hand, yard hand. So those are different jobs I could earn. They're trying to get me stabilizer. It's incredible stuff. Look at that. Regular custom gives me fungus fan. Okay. Yeah, it's a mix of board gaming stuff and other actions. I do like it. But there's multiple times you can't do everything. Cheers.